Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Catching Up. I'm your host, Lauren Kalil. If you like listening to us chat about CrossFit news and everything that's going on in the sport, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. On today's episode, we have the chick that's absolutely dominating in the sport of CrossFit, and she's only 16 years old. We have Olivia Kerstetter. Olivia, so great to have you here. How have you been?
Good, thank you. Thanks for having
For people that don't know, we're actually doing this segment after you got done with school. I'm wondering at 16 years old, what is your schedule like? Do you go to school? Do you homeschool? What's that all happening? What's it like?
Yeah, I go to school full time, so that's unlike a lot of people, a lot of the teenagers in CrossFit. So it's really busy the year, but I'm glad that the summertime is like leading up to I can train way more. But during the school year, I go to school all day until 3 and then train from like 3:30 to 7, like 7 at night. So it's a full day, and I just get homework in on rest days or whenever I can.
How do you complete the quarterfinals workouts? What was your schedule like with that between school, homework, having the time stamps?
Yeah, that was like so chaotic because we had to have two of them submitted by Friday at 2, and I don't get off school till 3, so or 2 Central Time. But I don't
Yeah.
get off 3, so I actually did 3 of them Thursday night when after they were released. So I just had to get them all in, like fit it around school. I probably could have gone out of school if I wanted to, but
A chick who prioritizes fitness and her education. I mean, you do it all. So many other athletes are not in school. If they are in school, most are doing it from home or some kind of online format. It's incredible to see you in the top 10 in North America after quarterfinals. You finished eighth overall and then in the top 20 worldwide at 19th. What was your mindset going into it and what was the goal?
honestly, I was just trying to have fun. Like I had no expectations to like I mean, I had a couple goals going into it, but I way exceeded those goals and I had no expectations but to just have fun and see where I was at. So I was definitely shocked.
You just wanted to have fun and you do this well. Is that something that you ever expected when you saw your name on the leaderboard? I know it's not technically finalized quite yet at the time of the recording, but, were you shocked or were you like, "Yeah, like, I knew I was gonna do this well," when you saw the workouts?
No, I was definitely shocked. I mean, I liked all the workouts and I thought some of them would be really good for me, but I never expected to be like top 10. I think my goal was like top 30. So I was definitely surprised and happy about that.
I mean, watching you do these workouts a little bit of freezing, but yeah, so this was event number 5. We know that you love strength. It seems like you're PRing every single week on your Instagram. What was your favorite workout overall, though? Was it event 5 or even event 4 with the total?
Yeah, I think event 5 was probably my favorite. I really like rowing and heavy barbell cycling, so two of my favorite movements. And then I liked how it was just a fun sprint and fast, and I could use my strength to. I actually didn't think I would be able to touch and go those snatches, so I got there and I did like 7 touch and go. So that surprised me, and I was happy with how I did.
Incredible, especially still so young. Normally, we look at athletes and think, okay, the strength component is what is going to develop as you get older. But for you, it seems like strength is your strength. Do you have certain numbers that you're chasing right now for some of those lifts?
Nothing in particular. I'm just trying to just get better at each of them every day. And
There you
yeah, I definitely
go.
sometimes I'll just go into the gym and be not even having to max out, and I'm like, oh, this feels so good today, and I'll hit a new PR. So just fun to be able to have those new maxes and hit them. Like I hit PRs pretty often, so
Yeah, you do. I wanna go back to here. We'll see if we can, flip through to one of your best lifts, but when you were and then a little bit of a dance from Jacob. What is it like training with him?
it's so much fun. He definitely, like as you can see, makes it such a fun environment, especially when competing and I'm like stressed out or whatever. He makes it fun, just makes me laugh, and I'm always having fun with him. So it's a good environment to be in.
For people who don't know, obviously you 2 train together. You whoop his butt, I think more times than not at this point, but what is the relationship and what is his position with you?
So a lot of people think he's my coach, but he's just my training partner technically. But he definitely plays like a big brother role for me. He's been there like throughout my whole CrossFit career. So he's just my biggest supporter and definitely my biggest fan.
What is the relationship like when you do oh, I'm sorry. Can you see I'm not good at showing these videos? Um, what is the relationship like when you do beat him in a workout? I'm sure he's proud of you, but I can imagine the first couple of times that you beat him, he might have been a little shocked.
Yeah, he was probably shocked the first couple times, and we go back and forth. So I would say it's pretty fair that we definitely like go back and forth when each other, and we know each other's like strengths and weaknesses. So we'll like kind of trash talk before the work. Uh, it's we're both fine with losing to each other. We kind of know when we're both gonna lose.
I mean, right there, a little 5-pound clean PR at 250 pounds after 18.2. That looked too easy. I think you have more in the tank.
Yeah, that was when that's the times I'm talking about when I just am not like just going to the gym, not expecting it, and just feels good that day. So I'll just hit a PR.
Yeah, or even right there, that was I think a 20-pound, yeah, 20-pound PR for a 270-pound split jerk. What was that training session like?
Yeah, that was. I think it was like after a split jerk cycle. So I like was expecting the PR, but 20 pounds I definitely wasn't. Like that's one of those times where you put your max on or a little over your max, and then you like keep making like 5 pounds jumps, and that was probably like my 10th or like my 8th or ninth or 10th lift, and so I was probably getting tired, but it just oh.
Yeah, I feel like the only times you see a 20-pound PR is maybe your first year of starting CrossFit because everything is so new, but so far along in your career to see a 20-pound PR is just incredible, and that's the thing with being so young, only 16 years old, you have so much room to develop and grow. When working with your coach and Jacob, are there conversations about how you can have longevity in the sport and continue to grow and not potentially burn out?
Yeah, we definitely talk about that and just making sure that I'm always like having fun and not like too stressed about it or putting too much pressure on myself because I'm only 16. So, especially with like the quarterfinals, I was just like, that's another thing, just not having any high expectations, like just trying to have fun so that I don't get burnt out.
One of the big decisions that I'm sure has already been discussed between your team is whether you need to make the decision to go team or sorry, teen or individual this year. What are your thoughts, especially just on the heels of placing so well in the individual quarterfinals?
Yeah, I definitely was thinking about it like before quarterfinals, and then after quarterfinals I feel like it made my decision a lot harder because I didn't
Mm.
expect to do that good. So it's definitely been something that me, my coach, and Jacob have been talking about and just weighing the pros and cons. And yeah, we'll have to see. I haven't decided.
Sure, and I can imagine how stressful and how much thought really goes into making this type of decision. Have you ever reached out to some of the other teen athletes like the Haley Adams, the Emma Lawson, Emma Carey, Mal O'Brien, just to see what their perspective is from somewhat being in a similar uh, decision process as you last year?
Yeah, I haven't reached out to anyone, but that I probably should before making my decision just to see like what they think of it and what they would do if they were in my situation, just to get kind of a feel for what I should do.
What do you think is the biggest thing holding you back at this point from making that decision to go individual?
I think just that I'm so young and I have like so much time left in the sport. I don't want to like ruin it by making a mistake and just regretting it. I feel like it could change a lot if I don't qualify. So I just don't want to make anything like that would regret.
Do you have a goal of standing at the top of the podium in your age group?
Yeah, I think if I go teenage, then definitely want to win it.
As you should. I mean, the trajectory that you have right now, I think you would certainly be a top candidate to win that. Um, when you think of this entire season, what is the ultimate goal for you at this point, regardless of what path you choose?
I think the goal is always just to see where, or always to win, but definitely just want to see that I'm still making improvements, even if I don't win teenage or whatever path I go. I just want to keep seeing that I'm improving and getting better, and so that next year I can for sure, well, not for sure, but next year try and go elite. And I think that's the goal. And so I just want to keep improving.
Okay, what's the rest of your plans up until the next time we'll see you on the competition floor? What are some of the weaknesses you're going to be working on?
Definitely, I think everyone knows running. I've been working on running a ton, so I don't know how to ever see when that like it's hard to tell when you're improving or not. So I can't wait to see how much better I've gotten at that because I feel like I've improved a lot. But I would just say running, and then I've been working a lot on just my gymnastics like technique.
Hmm.
I would like to um, see how that is improved too.
With all of the practice you've been doing with running, I think the shuttle run workout was actually your 3rd best workout. What were those shuttle runs like for you? Do you think there was carryover from the training you've been doing?
Yeah, I could definitely see it carrying over. I did not expect to see shuttle runs at all, and I was like, I thought that would be my worst finish, so I was like surprised and happy that that was not too bad of a finish. And they didn't feel terrible during the workout. It was basically like 15 like minutes of shuttle runs, so felt too bad. And I think they definitely showed some signs of improvement if that carried over from my running.
Mm. Okay, Olivia, what's the rest of the night look like for you as somebody who's already been to school? Did you train today yet?
No, I'm resting today.
Rest day. Okay, okay. What's the rest of the night look like?
I think I'm gonna go eat, do homework, and stretch, and then go to bed.
Life of a 16-year-old professional athlete, also in school. Olivia, it's been great catching up with you. Amazing watching your journey and all of your PRs. Keep beating Jacob. That's what we want to see. It's so much fun. Can't wait to see what the season holds for you.
Thank you.